Good morning, my lovely friends. It's time for coffee and a chat. Cheers. So grab your coffee, grab your tea, whatever your preference is, and come and visit with me for a while. I love when you come and visit with me. I'm always excited to read your comments and your great ideas down in the comments below. So feel free to comment on anything that I have to say, whether you agree with me, you don't agree with me, like the video, don't like the video, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever, it's okay. We all have our opinions and we're all adults and we can all discuss these things. So anyway, without further ado, let's have a little chat about purging and getting rid of stuff. You know, those things. I actually think it's fun. I enjoy doing it. But I know a lot of us don't. So that's okay too. All right, so come along with me and we'll have a little coffee chat. So now I'm having my morning coffee after I made my afternoon tea. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about what I've been up to, if anybody's interested. I've been doing a lot of purging of my garage attic, and I didn't do any filming of that because it's a very low ceiling up there, and I have to kind of crawl on my hands and knees to get to anything, but there's a lot of stuff up there. I have all my Christmas things up there. I have my fall decor. I have my travel suitcases, and oh, I have so much stuff. It's just way, way too much. So Tom was kind enough to come over and help me drag the boxes down, and I'm looking through every single box that I have up there. And so we drag them down into the garage. I consolidate what I want to keep, and I purge right away what I want to get rid of. So it's actually been pretty easy to get rid of things. And of course, you find things up there that you totally forgot you had, and then you went out and bought new decor or new this or new that, when what you have is already perfectly fine and you still like it. So I got rid of so many Christmas things. Actually, Tom has an SUV and it filled up 2 carloads in the back of stuff that we took to donation. So I used to buy new Christmas decor, not the whole house, but you know, I'd always find, oh, this is a cute Santa, this is a cute this, and you know, whatever. And I used to buy new stuff every year. So now I limit myself to 1 or 2 things if I find something I really, really like. But I really haven't bought any new Christmas things at all for this year. I did buy one little gnome for my fall decor, which I really like. And they had different ones, but I only bought one. So, and it's sitting on my fireplace mantle, and I really love looking at it every night. I light it up with my candles and my string lights, and so if I remember, I'll insert a clip of or a picture of what it looks like. But I just get so much pleasure out of that, and it's very calming and relaxing. So that's what I've been up to. And now what I'm doing is I'm making myself, I just found this notebook laying around. I like to keep notebooks that you get for free from different places. So this is my purging notebook, and I'm making notes in here, and I made myself a list of declutter rules. I don't know if you can see that. So here are my rules for decluttering. Why am I keeping this? Rule number 1. Am I keeping it out of guilt because I spent money on it, or someone I care about gave it to me? So either one of those, if just those are the reasons and I don't like it, it's got to go. Would I buy this again? Does it fit? Is it comfortable? when it comes to clothing. If it's not, or if I just don't like it, of course it's going to go. Does it, if it's an appliance or something, I ask myself, does this work the way I thought it would? I have bought so many appliances and floor cleaners and things like that that they sounded really great when I bought them, and when I went to use them, it was like, no, this just doesn't, and I should have taken it back to the store, but I didn't. So I've kept all these things, but now I have a different mindset on getting rid of things. It's no longer I spent money on this. I don't really, once in a while I have that little guilt thing, but not so much anymore. I think of it as this is my charitable donation to somebody that can't buy it, rather in lieu of money. So, and I know there's a lot of people that would be thrilled to get $100 floor cleaner for $20, and for them it might work. It just didn't work for me. It's not that the appliance didn't work. It didn't work for me for the way I wanted to use it. And then the third question under would I buy this again would be, do I actually use it? If I'm not going to use it, of course, I want to get rid of it. So another rule number 3, and I only have 3 rules. I mean, if it's overcomplicated, you're not going to follow your own rules. Do I have more than one? And sometimes you do use more than one. For instance, I have two potato peelers, and I've tried many that I actually use, and when one's dirty in the dishwasher, and yeah, I'm being lazy, I could wash it, but I'll use the second one. Now, if the second one's dirty too, 2 is enough. So those are the 3 questions that now I'm asking myself when I go to declutter. And for me, it's made it easier to actually say, yeah, I can let this go, And then you can also ask yourself, will somebody else benefit from this? And I've come to realize that a lot of the things that I had in the past, it's like, oh, maybe one of the kids could use it when they get married, when they have their own house. But 80% of the stuff they didn't want. I kept, when Tom and I got married, we're not married anymore, but when we got married, I had all this wedding stuff because I did my own wedding planning. I bought all the decor, I bought all the candles, I made all the chocolate, I made tons of cupcakes. I did it all myself. So I had a lot of candles and a glass heart-shaped dishes that I bought to put chocolate. I made seashell chocolates and all that because it was a beach wedding. And it was so much fun putting together this wedding. So Tom has 2 daughters and I have 3 children. And we thought, well, maybe when they get married, they'll use it. But it didn't happen, so I got rid of all that. And altogether, probably on our wedding, I probably spent about $2,500, on all the stuff I bought, because I bought a lot of my things at the Dollar Tree. I made a lot of things myself. Even my wedding dress I had bought on sale for a couple $100s. So, I mean, this was my second marriage, so, it's like been there, done that. And but all that stuff, the kids didn't use it, and, they have their own taste. And when I finally realized that they have their own taste, then, I could let things go. Now, I do ask them, do you need this? I have a lot of empty storage containers now that I've emptied out, and I did ask them, can you use storage containers? Because my daughter's moving, and I thought, maybe she could use them, and she can, so I will hold on to those until she moves. But, And I mean, my kids used to call me up and say, Mom, do you have this? Do you have that? Yes, I do. And I would give it to them because I'd rather give it to them if I'm not using it. But now it's to the point where they have established households, and they don't ask me very often anymore if I have this or if I have that. So it's got to go. It's going to bless somebody else, and so that's what I've been doing. So another thing that I've been doing is I made myself a few rules for when I buy something because I don't want to end up like this again. So first, before I buy something, I check my inventory. And this is why once a year, once every 2 years, I like to do it once a year. I go through all my cupboards. I go through, even in the garage, I have cupboards out there. I go through everything and look at the stuff and get rid of things and make a mental note of what I have. Because so many times, if I didn't do that, if I went for a few years without doing that, I didn't know I already had it, so I would just discover, oh my gosh, I already have one of these. So, and I haven't done my attic in a couple years. I mean, the first go round, I got rid of a lot of stuff, and this is the second go round, and next year I'll do another go round. So this is just what I do until I'm going to be at a level of comfort where I don't feel my walls are closing in on me because I have way too much stuff. But anyway, I have 3 rules that I ask myself before I buy something now. So I check my inventory first. Do I have something similar, or do I already have it? And if the answer is yes, then of course I'm not going to buy it. Number 2, do I have a place for this? Especially like for piece of decor or something, which I hardly ever buy anymore. And I used to buy a lot of home decor. But pretty much what I have now, I really enjoy. I like it. I don't mind taking care of it. So I don't need anything new. But I ask myself, am I willing to get rid of something else to have this item? In other words, I want to visualize where this item is going to live, and if there's already something living there, am I willing to get rid of that to have this new thing? And if the answer is no, then I don't buy it. So, and the third question I ask myself is, am I willing to take care of this item? And by that I mean, do I like this enough to keep it clean, to dust it, to actually look at it and enjoy it like I do my fireplace decor? If the answer is no, and I'm just going to stick it somewhere where I hardly ever see it, then it's not worth buying. So those are a couple of the things that I'm putting into my declutter book, and that this is just for declutter notes and what, ideas that I have. So another thing that I'm doing is, as I'm doing the attic now, there's not much on here on this page yet, but I'm making an inventory of what's where in my attic so that I can just look at this and I'll know, okay, this box has this one that, this box has that. Over here is my my paper, Christmas paper and Christmas boxes, because my daughter often asks me, do you have any boxes, Mom? Because for her 4 kids, she needs boxes. And I have tons of Christmas paper. I always tell her, don't buy Christmas paper. Come and use what I have. And she does. A lot of times she'll come over here and wrap her Christmas gifts so that the kids don't see all the gifts and what she has. So those are just 3 things that I'm keeping in here so far. And as I move along in the process, I'm sure I'll be making many, many more notes in there. So when I was up in my attic, I found some really cool things that I totally forgot I had. But, and this is totally seasonal. But when I was younger, I used to do stained glass. I made tons of stained glass. I used to sell it, but then when my babies came along, I found it too difficult to be able to work with glass and have little kids running around. So I still have the equipment. I don't want to get rid of it because I might pick it up again. That's one of the things that, it's iffy. I might not. But, when I'm gone, if my kids want to get rid of it, then they can. It doesn't take up that much room. But anyway, I had made this, and I used to like to make the little patterns myself rather than buying them. So I made this witch that it's a little sun catcher that you can hang in your window. So this is the perfect season to put this on the window. So I found that and brought that down. I was really happy to find those. And then I had made this turkey that, and I love fall colors, oranges and, all the fall colors. I really like them. So these two things will be going in my kitchen window where I can actually enjoy them and I can remember that I actually made something that I enjoy. So I found those two things. Another thing I found, now this is really vintage clothing, but I found this peasant blouse from the 70s. Now, it's that stretchy material, that kind of, so I would wear this. I totally love this. I love the colors, but I found this up there in one of the boxes. I had stuck it in a box that was marked costumes, but I'm totally going to wear this. I'm going to iron it, which will make it, I mean, it's stretchy. I can wear it, but, it needs to be ironed. But I was really, really thrilled, and it's longer, so, it would look nice with jeans. So I found that, and this, like I said, these two things are from the 70s. I remember wearing these when I was a young woman. And then this, I believe they call them caftans, and it's down to the floor, and it's like they used to wear in the 70s, where you had the, I don't know if you can see that, but I was really excited to find this because I used to love this thing. Sometimes you get rid of things and you think, out of sight, out of mind. But I had kept them actually as costumes. I figured if I ever wanted to dress up as a hippie, it would be a fun thing to do. So I found those two things, and I'm actually going to wash them up and iron them and wear them. And then I wanted to talk about containers. Now, I like this So Delicious dairy-free unsweetened coconut milk. And I've been saving these containers. Maybe once a month I'll have an empty one. But these are really great for freezing soups and spaghetti sauce, soups and sauces, because they're 24 ounces. So these are nice, and the little lid has a lip so that they're really easy to store as well. And then I have a bunch of these in with my potting things. So some of these I will drill little holes in the bottom, and I will use in the spring, early spring, to start some of my seedlings. So and they're nice, they're plastic, they're not, they're not paper. And I mean, you can't get the label off, but so what? I mean, if that bothers you, you can always paint it. But these are really nice for storing things because the lids lock tight on them. And there you go. So that's one thing that I do gather. And of course, glass jars. I always gather those because there's lots of uses for things like that. But again, you have to monitor what you're doing because you don't want so many that they're going to be falling out of the cupboards and you don't have space for anything else. So anyway, I'm not anywhere near done. I'm almost done with my attic on days where I can't really bring all the stuff down myself. It's too heavy. Well, anyway, that was my phone. I forgot what I was talking about, but I know I was talking about purging. But I'm still going through each room um, and trying to get things organized and purged. And so I have a comfort level with the things I have. And then, of course, every year I plan on doing that as long as I can so that when it's, when I can't live here anymore, or I don't want to leave it all for my children because, that's not a pleasant thing to have to go through, especially if, you either lose your parent or your parent is incapacitated. That's a hard enough thing to deal with. And not have, to deal with all this stuff. I mean, I'll never be a minimalist. I like too many things. I have too many hobbies and I like to do too many things. And to be able to do that, you need stuff, right? I mean, I need stuff if I want to do things. So, but some of the things you have to let go, especially for me with clothes. I mean, my clothes is still ridiculous amount, even though I've purged probably 3 or 4 times. But a lot of the things that now I can get rid of are my work clothes. I don't need more than 1 or 2 dresses, because I don't wear dresses very often. In the summer, I do wear sundresses. But, I don't get dressed up. And, if I go out, we go to casual places. We'll go to a bar and, sit at the bar and have a couple drinks and watch some TV or something. But, and if I ever have to go to a wedding, everybody's already married or divorced or whatever. So there's very few weddings, there's very few baby showers. All that stuff is already all done. So anyway, that's the stage of life I'm in. And as we get older, we have to deal with that. And especially as you get older, and if you can't, if you have either low energy or you have physical issues, you have to deal with it the best you can. So anyway, life is good. I'm going to have a second cup of coffee before I get busy decluttering all the stuff here on my kitchen table, all my mail and stuff. It kind of got out of hand. I like to keep on top of that because I hate paper clutter. But anyway, that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Take care of yourself. Take care of others. Be good to everybody, including yourself. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for watching.